Alright, so I have reviewed all 5 of the 2011 BotCon exclusive Stunticons. And here they are as a group in robot mode, and I think they look really nice displayed here as a group. Now I want to take a few minutes just to explain or tell you what my least favorite of the figures are and what my most favorite figure is. You know, starting at number 5 and counting down to number 1. And this is just my opinion, so just because one of these figures is my least favorite does not necessarily mean it's a bad figure. It just means I had to choose one that was my number 5 or my least favorite. And my number 5 for this group, in my opinion, is Dragstrip. Nothing wrong with the figure. It's got plenty of articulation. And the figure is really nice because it's, again, like all of these, the paint scheme or the color scheme is a homage to the colors that are found on the Generation 1 Stunticons. So, for example, Dragstrip here is primarily yellow with some red paint. Well, the G1 Dragstrip is the same color scheme. And the figure has, like I say, plenty of articulation, nothing wrong with it. It just happens to be my least favorite. I like the fact that they color the swords here. So, number 5, Dragstrip. Number 4 is Wild Rider. Now, Wild Rider, if you watch my review, the main issue I had with this guy is in robot mode, his legs look really out of proportion with the rest of his body, and he has really skinny arms. And I just think that just looks a little bit weird. But other than that, you know, fantastic head sculpt, nice silver paint apps, and the vehicle mode, if you check out my review, you can take a look at the vehicle mode, is the best vehicle mode of all of these, in my opinion. Just a really gnarly, really awesome looking vehicle mode for Wild Rider here. But again, like I say, he's got really long legs in proportion or in comparison to the rest of his body, and he doesn't really have a lot of articulation. I mean, he can bend his knee, but really nothing like the other figures here that you see before you. So this is number 4. So we're getting closer to number 1. So number 3 is Dead End. Nice figure. I love the color on this. Again, G1 colors. And the only thing I don't really like about this figure is the fact that he has these nunchucks. Not the fact that he has them, but they're a little bit small. But I do like the fact that these nunchucks are actually the exhaust tips in vehicle mode. You can see how they're shaped like an exhaust tip. So really nice integration of the weapons into the vehicle mode. Again, just fantastic color. And I mentioned before they have the nicely colored translucent plastic for the headlights and for the tail lights here. So this would be number 3. Moving on, number 2 is Breakdown. Why do I like Breakdown? Number 1, I don't have the Transformers animated Rodimus figure, so to have this is pretty cool. And I love his weapon. He's got like a dual crossbow tip weapon there, you can see. It's got a firing gimmick, and I do like his head sculpt. His head sculpt is the most expressive of all of these Stunticons, I think. He really looks like he's mad, pissed off, and he is out to crush some Autobots. So I like the expression on his face. I like the fact that in vehicle mode he is a very normal looking sports car, as opposed to the Dragstrip slash RC figure. So his vehicle mode is very normal looking, something you would find that looks like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, as opposed to a Cybertronian type of sports car. He has good articulation, and that's why I chose him as my second. Now, of course, as they say in the Highlander movie, there can only be one, and the one that I chose as the top dog, the big honcho, is the leader, of course. It just happens to be the leader, but this is the This is my favorite of all 5 of these Stunticons. A really nice robot mode, nice vehicle mode, and the colors are fantastic. I mean, this is Decepticon purple. I mean, in black, and you have deep purple translucent windows. Really, really nice color scheme. Of course, again, the color scheme is an homage to the color scheme found on the Generation 1 Motormaster. He has a nice head sculpt, and I love his big axe. Really, really nice. He also has a blaster. And for the kids, like I mentioned in this review, you can fill this with water, and it acts as sort of a little mini squirt gun. So this is my favorite of all 5 of these figures. And again, this is just my opinion, and doesn't necessarily mean that the other ones at the lower end are bad figures. It just means I had to choose a least favorite and a most favorite figure. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.